So it's kind of harder. Probably get less people, but hello and welcome in. Let's see. I'm going to start getting my cards out and ready. I like to do the setup with everyone, or at least have it setting up while this is. I have decks already sort of there if you guys want. This way. We'll see how we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. Perfect. Coffee and tarot. It's Monday morning. I don't know who's going to make it in on a Monday morning, but just in case. Hello. Let's see. Next deck is actually this one. But I don't have to follow that format anymore because I have this other stand, so I don't have to stack them like that. So I can kind of do this. These are oracle cards. Ooh, secret words. Hi. Hey. You know what, yesterday? It wasn't just your phone. I kept getting phone calls. So I had to, I ended up taking it. And then I ended up not back on. I posted in the community board that my night got away from me. So I wasn't making it back yesterday. So what was the question that I didn't give the response to, though? Last night I was bummed too, but it was a good phone call. I had a good phone call. But I was like, I'm trying to do a live. Never fails. Whenever you're doing something. You're going to work things out. All right. I will look into that in 1 second. I just turned the live on. So I am going to check out these. Let's see, where are we? Getting the cards out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. Okay. So I'm working with only one phone today. So I'm going to be like, well, I could probably angle this just a little bit. Then I could see the comments better. Hello. That way I can kind of see the comments. You guys are still going to get to see the cards. Then I can... All right, let's see. Melissa was asking about her and Joe. Just Melissa and Joe. 8 of Pentacles. Sorry, but fairies aren't going to come do all the work for you. Which actually is a good one. Because it means that yes, things can work. But it just means that you have to put the work in. Like, both parties are gonna have to work on things. But it is a really good card because it's also, wow, that's way too many. That is a me, not... Like, no one. All right. Well, let's see. Let me see right now. I am currently on Melissa. 8 of Pentacles. Wow, lots of cards. Why do we keep getting several cards at once here? Okay. I'm going to show you what came out. I'll tell you too, but then I'm putting them back because I have this thing where if more than 4 come out, I don't take them. They can all come out slower than that if they need to. But Magician, Lovers, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, 2 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. As I said, I'm reshuffling and putting them back. But with that, that's a lot of you guys both need to work on the relationship and then on yourselves. You need to remember that part of a relationship is growing on your own as well. It's growing together, but it's also growing on your own. Is what a lot of that looks like. Oh, I know what I could do. The Sun. Give yourself permission to experience joy. Okay. Because you're asking about you and him working. Good morning, Patty. About you and Joe working something out, Melissa. I'm going to guess that you guys are having some slight issues. I have this spread that I like to do with people when they come to me with that. What it is I do is I use 3 decks. And one deck would be like you and your current feelings and the things with the situation. The other deck is the other person's feelings and thoughts on the situation. And then the third deck is the relationship itself, like what it is that needs to be worked on in the relationship. Yes, I do know how that goes. But would you like me to do that spread for you? Okay, I can do that. I have 2 decks out already. I think I could use this one for the relationship. I will use this one for him. This one for you. Okay. And just for anybody watching, it doesn't just have to be this. This spread works for all sorts of relationships, not just romantical. It can be if you're having some issues with a sibling or a friend or whatever, it can be used for that as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 14. Hi, Heather. 2, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, perfect. How are you doing, Heather? Sorry, I was counting to make sure I had all the cards and they were all on the upright. Okay. Life is very hard. But if you know you guys love each other and you know you're willing to put the work in, that's always a good place to start with a relationship. So what I'm going to do then, Melissa, is this deck right here I'm going to use for him. I'm going to use this deck for you and this deck for the relationship and the things that need to be worked on. I am going to start with you, I think. So, spirits, guides, universe, can I please get some clear messages on Melissa and her feelings and thoughts for her current relationship with Joe? Can I please get clear messages? Whoa. 3 right off. Toxic witches. Number 15. Be cautious of those who take more than they give. So be careful with the people you surround yourself with, which sometimes that can just be if you're with people who their relationships are having hard times and you're bringing that home with you, like that mentality. It's not saying don't be there for them, but remember to leave their hard times at the door. Be there, be supportive, and but you, just because they're going through a hard time doesn't mean you have to start seeing your life as a hard time as well. 21, the world. Yay, you did it. Now do something to celebrate a job well done. Which is that aspect that I think I keep getting with you too. It's that looking at the brighter side of things and remembering to be happy and giving yourself permission to be happy and be content. Like, it's okay if things are going good for you. Cozy witch, which it's number 0. It's usually the Fool. Take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. Get excited about life again. If that means doing something new within yourself or doing something new together or just with something else, go ahead and let yourself find the joy, like that little excitement like we did when we were kids. Queen of Cups. Honoring your emotions is one of the highest forms of self-care. I get these a lot for you. The whole give yourself permission to be happy and give yourself permission to celebrate and to enjoy your life and find that happiness. And then also respect your emotions. And that means your positive ones too. Don't live with the, well, I've got this sad that I have, but you can be sad and happy at the same time. Often with depression that comes. That aspect of always going through. And sometimes I've learned if we recognize both of them, if we recognize and acknowledge both of them, we find that they lessen. They don't get so heavy for us. Okay, I am going to pull his. This one is Joe. Guides, universe, can I please get some clear messages on Joe's thoughts and feelings for their current relationship right now? In regards to his current relationship with Melissa, can I get some feelings in regards to this? Yep, that's what this is. That's what it seems like. I can relate. I have that same problem, to be honest with you. But you've got to give yourself that permission and let yourself be happy. Let's see. In regards to Melissa. Aw, the first one out is Sun. Yep, it can happen. Getting hurt does happen, and that makes it hard to be happy later. But the very first card out from him pulling on, and what I'm asking is his thoughts and feelings towards the current relationship with Melissa. And the first card out is Sun, hon. This is a lot of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, but I kind of love it. Okay. I got 6 at once, which is 2 more than I usually accept. But the very first card out was Sun, which I love. And that's his in regards to you guys. And then 5 of Wands. He recognizes the battles, but he also recognizes like the ego and like just the little bickering and those little areas. 10 of Cups. He's happy. He knows that this is what he wants. And he likes it. And it's that almost that overwhelmed with happy, which because it came out with Sun, the Sun was the first one. It's that overwhelmed with happy and excited for the future with it. Especially as 9 of Wands, which means putting the work in, wanting to put the work in, knowing it's not there, knowing it's not done or completed, but willing to put that work in, knowing you're just almost there. 7 of Swords. He knows you're defensive. He knows that he is too. You both have your things that you kind of keep to yourself. And I think it worries him a little that you guys do that, but I'm not seeing signs of wanting to go anywhere. The star, a wish, the dream, it's what he wants. And the High Priestess, being in your power, and he knows you're in your power and that he wants to support you with that and he wants to be there for you. This within itself is, you see the spots. Actually, I love this because a lot of times when someone comes to me with like, we're having these issues or something, or they're asking questions, I'll pull their cards and you'll see these things. And then I'll pull the other person's and it's like the other person doesn't even realize there's things that need to be worked on. But this is showing that he does. Like he sees the ego battles, he sees the pride things, he sees the little conflicts, but he also he knows that they're little conflicts and that you guys can overcome them. He wants to keep putting the work in. He just wants to keep seeing you going on forever. He doesn't want to see this be anything else. He knows you both have your guys' secrets, and that kind of worries him that you both keep some things, but he also knows that most people do keep some stuff, and most people do not bear all the time. And you're his wish. You're his happy place. I love that right there. That is a really good one. That is an awesome spread. Let me see what I can get. Okay. Can I get some messages for the relationship itself, please? Get some messages for the relationship itself. He seems pretty self-aware and aware of the relationship with this one. Okay. Some messages for the relationship itself. That's a lot of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. I will take 5. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to show you all of these and then I'm going to explain. Emperor, Hierophant, 7 of Wands, 6 of Swords. I absolutely love this spread for the relationship itself. Because, so, Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is always spinning. It's always up and down. Much like life. Life is always spinning. To me, this is telling me That this relationship can be right here in the center, and it's going to survive all of those ups and downs. It has the ability to survive all the ups and downs and just roll with the flow. It'll have good times and hard times, but what's going on outside of it, outside of the two of you, isn't going to destroy the two of you. And even when your relationship itself has hard times, you guys will be able to should be able to work through it. Emperor. It's a position of creation. It is being in your complete and total power. It is a gorgeous thing. Now, this was for the relationship itself. So the relationship's in its power. The relationship can create beautiful things. It's gorgeous. Hierophant, being in your higher power, going to someone for help when you need help, but also the two of you being able to help each other and being able to help you guys be your best selves. Seven of Wands. So it's conflicts, but in this case, because it is the relationship, the way I'm feeling it right now, the way it's saying to me is you guys being able to work. It's you guys against the world scenario. You guys are capable of taking on anything that comes your way because you have each other. Six of Swords. You guys do that by using your knowledge from your past and from the fights and the issues that you guys have had with each other. You guys learn from them and go forward with each other. You take that knowledge and that wisdom from the things, from your relationships in the past, the things that have happened in your past, but also the things that happen with each other. You guys learn to build, and you don't keep repeating the same mistakes because you learn from those mistakes. I really, really love that. This is actually probably one of the best relationship spread ones I've gotten to do. Thank you. It looks very, very beautiful. That is awesome. So yes, I think you guys will be able to work everything out because that looks very gorgeous. I'm going to get a drink of my coffee. I'm sorry if I make slurpy noises. It is morning time here. I can see that. And it looks like he loves you very much. And you guys, it looks really, really good. I really like this spread for you guys. That was really gorgeous. And it looks like you both are self-aware enough to know how to learn from your own mistakes and learn from things and to grow together and grow as your own people and grow as a relationship, which is what you've got to be able to do in a relationship. So I love that. Hands are tiny. Well, I am glad that I was able to help you. It was very beautiful. Thank you for coming in. And sorry I got cut off so quickly last night, and then I never made it back. I wasn't sure the phone call would go as long as it did, because it's a friend calling me from, like, the other side of the country, so different time zones. It was later there. So sometimes our phone calls last a while, and then sometimes it's like, hey, it's late. Well, yeah, you're ahead of me by a lot. All right, I'm going to keep getting decks out. Welcome in, everyone. I am to guarantee readings. They're $20. All the pay information's in the description. But if you just hang out, my cards give messages for people as I go, because I am getting, right now I'm getting the decks out, but then I'll start shuffling and just getting whatever messages come. So if you can't or don't want to buy a reading, if you hang out, you still may very well get one. Thank you guys very much for being here. I definitely enjoy doing this. And I'm grateful to get to. I think I lost track of counting in the middle of that, so I'm going to have to do this deck again. All right. One more time and not lose track of counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. Okay, perfect. Love it when I do that. It's because I was trying to talk and count at the same time. Occasionally, my multitasking skills do fail me. So how is everybody's morning doing? Let's see, I have this deck out now, so let's do this one. Wise Counselor. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. Okay, perfect. I think I made a grave error this morning. My coffee was coming out really, really slow. So I decided to run vinegar through my machine. But now I'm realizing that that means that I only have this 1 cup of coffee until I get my machine completely cleaned. It's soaking with vinegar. And after it soaks, you have to run the vinegar through it. And then you have to do all the rinsing. And so I am going to be not as caffeinated as I usually am. And that's sad and scary. Right. It's funny. I love doing readings, but I kind of am thinking, I've been thinking about doing some videos on tarot cards, not just readings, but on the cards, and how, it's good to know the definitions, like the traditional meanings of the cards. And also I recommend looking at the guidebooks for each deck. But especially because if you look at the guidebooks of a lot of the decks, their meanings for each card is slightly different than what like the traditional one was. When they were creating that card, they put their own interpretation into it. And then also how, like for me, I'm very much an intuitive reader. I use those. See, I'm thinking it's one of the sets of videos that I'm thinking of trying to do. I was thinking of doing it for when I am able to have members and have like a membership one. And then in the membership, I could work on it. But then I'm wondering if maybe I should just start kind of trying to do them. Like just do the videos in general. And then if people start asking for specific things, I don't know. I'm torn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm torn on how I want to do it because I want to be able to just tell everybody everything. 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. But the more time I put into it, the more I'm going to need it to kind of also be business and bring in some money. Okay. It's really, I feel like it's not that hard. Now, I will also admit that I feel like anyone can use tarot. Now, I don't necessarily think that anyone can do it the exact same way I do it. I just want to help people get an idea, and as they work with it, they'll figure out what works for them when doing it. And I don't always think that everyone can do, like, I think anyone can use tarot and work with it and do everything. I don't always think everyone can do exactly what I do. I have a friend who's really good at tarot, but she's really good at diving into different types of information more than I'm good at reading the energies. She's good at getting like thoughts kind of and stuff like that. And we work together very well. But the way she does it is different than the way I do it. And I know that. But I look at tarot differently also. But one of the reasons I was thinking of trying to do those videos for like a membership thing was so then it would be, not that I have a lot of followers right now, but it would be a smaller grouping so I could work one-on-one with people a bit more on how to do it. And I could do it more on a little bit that way. Almost kind of like offer classes. There's a generation of natural witches, but it's just a rumor. But I will say, I do get weird feelings. I will be completely honest with you, Melissa. I think every single family actually has that to a certain degree. Because in reality, now I have my own beliefs on certain things and the way things work. But I think that if we go back several hundred years, several hundred years, even more really, but if you go back just a few hundred, we were all way more connected to our spiritual sides. Yes, I know you're saying in your family there's that, but I'm saying I think that every family has what we right now would have considered witches to a certain degree. Because really, we all were more connected to nature and to our spiritual side because we had to rely on our instincts to survive for a very long time. And we've just, through life, gotten more and more distant from it. And I also think it depends on what people want to consider witches in that viewpoint and what people want to consider the aspect. Because a lot of times people are like, well, actually, if we start talking right now, our current science has proven the concept of energy fields and these things and other realms and stuff that we once would have considered to be magic, and that we would have like said that's unacceptable, there are no this, that's so. I think that there was a point in time where every person would have been what we kind of consider witches now, but it's just a knowledge of the energies and the things available and the stuff that's out there, and we were way more dependent on it. And I think what's starting to happen in life now is that we're starting to kind of get back to that, because we need it as well. Like, I love my phone. I love the internet and being able to do this. I love my coffee machine. So modern technology is great, and we needed that, but we also still need the connection to the spiritual side and the connection to our energies and being able to do all of that. And I think we're starting to come into a time where we're learning to meld them together. Said gifts, maybe? I think we all did. I think all people had. I don't think, but see, it's also, I mean, because what identifies as a witch is different for so many different societies, if you really think about it. I mean, look at Native Americans. Lots of people would have considered all of what their belief system was a version of witchcraft, and a lot of those things. And medicine women and herbalistic doctors from back in the day, which now we can back a lot of those things with science, but that was considered witchcraft. Which it's funny, because I would kind of look at chemistry as witchcraft. Electricity can be considered, and what could be considered witchcraft. If we brought someone from like the 1700s and turned lights on, they would think it was witchcraft. So I think that everyone has certain types of gifts. It's just not all of us know how to use them. And some of us are vastly more distant from them than others. And I think that we all had some to certain degrees. It was vastly more common and was regular. And I think more and more people are starting to get back into that. And starting to realize, hey, we should try doing this with this. Which deck do I want to pull cards from? I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the Lightseers. We are going to see what messages in general come out for the Lightseers. I'm Cherokee, and yes, that's where it started. I do not know what tribe my family are from. I actually, my family, I failed so many subjects. Every time I would have a project of family history, I would fail, which usually means you fail that subject as well. Because when I would ask my family, what is our ancestry? Like, what's our ancestry? I would be told I'm a child, I don't need to know. So then I became an adult. And the thing is I love that kind of stuff. That stuff has always been interesting to me. And so when I was an adult, I went and I'd asked my grandma and my great grandma, and I would ask, and I'd be told, and I'd be, well, I'm not an adult. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm an adult. And so then I was told, yeah, and now that you're an adult, you should know it doesn't matter. Which still didn't make sense to me. But my great-grandmother, who passed away just this past Christmas Eve, I was fortunate to get to help take care of her for the last 6 months of her life. And during those last 6 months, she talked a lot about, and her mind was with her. It wasn't like she had lost her mind. She was still there. She just physically, her body was leaving her, unfortunately. But she started talking a lot about growing up And she talked about how her grandfather spoke like the Indians, is how she worded it, which, mind you, she was 98 years old. So, and she didn't get to meet her grandma. Her grandma died. Her grandparents had 18 kids, and only 8 of them survived. And then she started, and she talked about how it was really funny, because she was telling me, she's all like, he talked Indian, and all his friends were Indian, and he talked with them really well. And so I was like, well, was he an Indian, Granny? And she goes, I didn't ask, but I mean, he talked to them. And I was like, and she said, and he kind of looked like him. So I learned he was. And then I learned her husband's mom and her twin boys. No, was it? It was his grandma. So her husband's grandma and twin boys had left the trail. They had left and married a white. She married a white, and he adopted or took in. I'm guessing it's not a major legal process back then. Just you start using his last name and everyone accepts it for the adoption part. Because she was Native and she had 2 twin boys that were Native, which one of those twins would be my great-grandfather's dad, from my understanding. I never got to meet him. He passed away, I think, 2 years before I was born. Oh, it's okay. My great-grandmother was 98. She was a month and 3 days away from being 99, and she was ready. She was ready to go. She couldn't do things anymore. And it's what I do. It's one of the things I do. I do tarot, which I love doing, and I am a caretaker. I get to take care of people. And it's an important stage in life to make sure people get good care. But she was ready. She was more than ready to go. Had been for a while, and was slowly losing what she was able to do. So it was good. It was a good passing. And she hadn't lost completely. She was only bedridden for a weekend. So she had been yes, it was wheelchair and stuff, but it was only a weekend. And then she was like, nope, I'm checking out. I'm done. But that is when I learned that apparently we had a lot of Native in us. I was just never told. But I think about it, one of the reasons I assume that she probably didn't ever tell us, and that it was just this hush, keep it to yourself things, was when she was growing up. Especially, she was 5 when her dad died, and her mom was left with 10. Well, she was actually pregnant with her 10th child when her husband died. But her mom was left with 10 kids to take care of. She never remarried. She raised them. She got it. I'm sure the older boys had to work and help and stuff. But it was still a time period where if you were growing up Native, it was very likely if you were Native, you'd be taken from your family. And I mean, just as a single mom, it would be easy for them to come and take the kids. So I'm betting part of why you hid, and I was always told, it doesn't matter, you're a kid, you don't need to know that. And then as an adult, you should know that you don't need that information, is more because it was hush. You wanted to keep it under the rug. It wasn't something that you wanted people to know when she was growing up, and you lived in fear of it. So it was best just not to discuss it. You kept that was the stuff you kept under the rug and hidden in the closet. So I'm betting, and she never really kind of outgrew that stage, that part, that knowledge that it is okay and everybody wants to know those kinds of, and you want to learn. Instead, it was still keep it to yourself. And so for the sake of protecting her kids and then her grandkids and great-grandkids, you didn't tell people. So it's kind of, It's interesting. It's interesting to see what it did. Because she was also very much like, I would go there and help during the day, but she knew when my kids would need to be getting out of school, and she always was like insistent. She was all, even if they're not back, you have to leave because you can't be late for the kids. I'm like, Granny, my kids will be fine. Like, they can wait a couple minutes. And she's like, no, it's not the kids. I know the kids know you'll be there, but you don't want those teachers thinking anything. So there was definitely a fear in that regards that I just didn't realize what it was until I was getting to be with her and around that more. But I know she was born and raised in Oklahoma and lived there until she was in her 20s. And that's where her husband was from as well. So I'm guessing it's a tribe from there, but I don't know. I might one day do one of those DNA tests to find out. See if I can figure out more of what it is. Now that I have talked about me so much, let's see what messages I can get from the cards. Guides, universe. What information do we have? Oh, nice. Two of Pentacles, learning to balance work and materialistic in your life and just balancing the busy. Knowing that you are busy and you're going to be busy and learning to balance it. Star, a wish, a dream, a hope coming in. I love that. Right? Yep. Those are nice. I probably will eventually. I just don't have the extra funds right now. Justice was at the split. And Three of Swords. Eventually, I will. But I was going to go back to, now that I went on the tangent about my grandparents and my heritage, my great-grandparents and heritage, back on the things with the cards, I'm thinking of doing, if you notice, I think a lot of times in the lives I start talking about it too, because I am an intuitive reader. And then if I'm not feeling like I'm getting a major message, I fall back into what the cards actually mean. But if you look at every deck, the cards are even slightly different because the authors of the deck have put their own interpretation of the meanings into them. Which I love, because then sometimes I go with that and I do that. I don't know, it's an art form. I really enjoy it. And I kind of want to try to share it. And I'm wondering if I should start making some videos about that as well. Two of Pentacles, balancing and a wish. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else this deck has. Is there any more? What else can I get from this? Five of Wands. Ego and pride conflicts. Why? Why? Eight of Cups. Walking away from something that seemed beautiful, but it's just not working right for you. You're not feeling it. We're not quite there. It's not us anymore. It's still there. Oh, but see, I like this. Page of Cups. It's a gorgeous one. It's that finding excitement and joy and looking for the mysterious and the fun in life and looking towards the entertainment and the, like, just finding the kicks in the little things. And see, there's a fish in the cup, which is silly, and that's the kind of the representation of just enjoying and finding the silly in the little things. Four of Swords. Taking a rest and being at some inner peace, knowing that there's probably still some more battles ahead, but you've already won the battles that all the battles you've gone through, and resting and preparing for what is to come. And if you're also finding the joy in your life and doing the things that are working for you, that's a good spot to be in. We all need that rest. And it doesn't mean that you have a lurking battle right now or that you're in the middle of a war. It just means that you're still alive. Because if we're alive, we're going to run into some kinds of conflicts and some things we have to do. But it's that taking that rest, knowing you've won all of your previous battles and that it's okay to rest. This keeps coming out. This Five of Wands keeps coming out like all the time. I'm not sure why we're all so jumpy and easy to get our egos and pride hurt, but all of us, everybody needs to work on it, because those are not good conflicts to be in. They're pointless, and they're just the surface level that doesn't solve anything, and usually serves no purpose but to get us in our grumpy moods, and I don't like it. Sorry, needed a drink of my coffee. What other deck? Let's see what... Actually, let's pull a Secret Woods. Let's pull a Secret Woods. What Secret Woods message might we have? That was fun. This deck likes to be so particular. It's like it's just got to wait the perfect amount and get... Of course, I start saying that. So to throw out Recluse, recharge your soul, and Dancer, flaunt what you love. Ooh. I am going to read these because these are awesome. We're going to start with Dancer because D comes first. And that's the way this book is organized. Dancer, flaunt what you love. The dancer wears earphones made of roses and trails a long fluttering rainbow tail behind her. She walks through the sonic ether, waiting for her moment to greet you. A deeper look. The dancer gives permission to express yourself without inhibition. Because you are working to refine something bigger than what appears on the surface. You are listening for your healer within, one who knows how to move the body as a kind of prayer or magic spell. Now is the time to immerse yourself in what you love and to try to spend your free time with the people or activities that feed your wild spirit. What's really awesome is I'm going to read Recluse, and it actually, if I am pretty sure they go together pretty well. Wouldn't seem like it because Recluse is like stay away from people, but... Recluse, recharge your soul. The recluse sits atop the roof of the mountain cabin, where he enjoys the simple pleasure of watching snowflakes form from his breath. The person inside the cabin hears a strange shuffling on his roof and opens the door to investigate. A deeper look. Go on a retreat. Take a break from the demands of the civilized world to discover something wild within yourself. Time spent alone in nature will allow introspection to help clarify a deeper sense of who you are, what you need, and what you are grateful for. So both of them are about getting in touch with your soul. And I kind of love that. They're both about getting in touch with your soul, being honest and true with yourself, and paying attention to what you need. Yay! See what else we got. Let's see, next deck. We are gonna do this one. See what messages this deck has for us all. Wonder if there's, I wish I could type. Oh, I don't need that. That's not what I wanted. That was interesting. See what messages. Angels, guides, universe, what messages, spirit, messages do you have for me to put out right now? What messages do you have for me to put out right now? Four of Pentacles. Treat yourself to something shiny every now and again. Strength. It takes great strength to be soft. That's the strength that we always forget about. Kindness and compassion are actually usually take more strength than just acting on our anger. Empress. There is beauty to be found in every experience. I love it. Hello and welcome in. I say hi. Welcome in. If you would like a personal reading, they're $20. Otherwise, I am shuffling my cards and getting messages. If you stick around, messages for you might just come out. Thank you for being here. Feel free to interact. It's great to get to talk and get to see you guys so I know. And if something I'm doing speaks to you and you say something, I'll probably dive deeper into it for you a little. Hi, Megan. How are you? Those guides, guardians. What messages do you have for me to put out? Ooh, Three of Cups. Let's see. I actually usually like the Three of Cups because usually it means spending time with friends and family and enjoying, taking a break and enjoying some relaxing and just good time. King of Pentacles, strength. I'm going to get a little bit more information before I read that one. Hi! I want to dig just a little bit deeper so I know what I am seeing for sure. Can I get any more information on this? Right now, what I'm seeing, though, Three of Pentacles. Okay. So this is someone having some fun and some enjoyment and getting to spend time, not one-on-one, but with a lot of their loved ones and friends, and just kind of taking almost a family scenario of relaxing, because they've been working really hard and they're sitting in a place of knowing how to work. And in this case, with the King of Thrones, it is very much an aspect of working in the materialistic, working towards money, working towards the house, working towards, and they're kind of like a good boss man. They're very grounded in those scenarios. But because they are the king, they also know that emotions play a key, and they don't ignore those. It's taken a lot of strength to get to that place. And by strength, I don't just mean brute force. I actually mean it took the experiences of brute force to learn how to be compassionate and calm, and how to sit in those moments where others would instantly react, and instead to take that second of a deep breath and to handle it calmly, even though everything inside of you wants you to just punch the person in front of you. Instead, you handle it with compassion and calmness. Three of Pentacles. This is something that has taken a lot of work, and you are still working together. It is a group effort. Usually a relationship or a family dynamic, but it could just be a group in work effort. And 10 of Swords and Judgment was at the split. There's been a lot of pain and a lot of hard times to get to this point. But things are balancing out, and things are going to start to get a whole lot better. A whole lot better. Really soon. Things are going to start to get a whole lot better, and you're going to be able to enjoy the getting better. That's the part that I find awesome. Emperor, sitting in the power and knowing that you build the relationship. World. This is actually really, really good. This is really good. I kind of love it. There is but that was pretty. Let me see. Let's see what this one has. See what this. Any messages, spirits, guides, universe? What messages do you have for me to put out right now? What is there? 5 of Cups, just being down, feeling the blue, down in the pits and depression. I like in this deck, I like how it's represented in this deck, because in this deck, and it almost always talks about how you're looking at the negative and you're not seeing the positive that's there. In this deck, the author, she chose to have the 5 cups are in the upright. All 5 are in the upright. None are spilt. But they're up here and they're in this light and thing, but all this stuff is coming down and you're just looking into the abyss of all the sad. It's like you're just looking into that abyss of negative. It's that needing to pull our heads and not realizing, if you just looked up, if that horse just looked up, he'd see the light and the 5 cups there. But he seems to be stuck with his head down, which it's really, especially now, it's really easy to get stuck with your head down, and there's so much negative out and about as well that it's easy to get wrapped into that and to fail to realize the flowers that are starting to come out and bloom, at least where I'm at. Two of Swords, working together. Daughter of Pentacles, Father of Pentacles. Interesting. This is commonly, Two of Swords is commonly working with someone that you don't always work with. It's that common interest, common goal. So you're working with someone that you would normally find yourself having some conflicts with. And so it's setting the conflicts aside to work together. And a lot of times when you do that, you come out of the situation realizing you had way more in common with the person than you thought you did. Daughter of Pentacles, also known as Page of Pentacles, someone who's starting on that process. You haven't quite got the balance of the whole materialistic. You haven't quite got the balance of work and play down, but you're working on it, and you're probably way more focused on just work because you haven't got it balanced, but you are in the realm of Pentacles, so you are looking towards work and trying to get your materialistic world the way you want it, which is not a bad thing, by the way. I am not a person who's going to tell you that that's bad. I think it's good to work towards that and to keep our creature comforts going because it's nice. Well, it's necessary. It is. It's necessary to be able to work and to put money and to have this. And it's part of this life and the experiences of this life is having stuff, is being comfortable and making life what it is you want. And if that's something you want, then that's a good thing. Father of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles. And that's knowing what you're doing and being able to do that, and also recognizing that our emotions are a part of it and everything else. If you notice in these two cards, for the Daughter of Pentacles, she's here, but the pentacles in this one is up here, and the colors are up this way. Like the emotions are there. She has them, but she's really focused on her work, which it's hard to say she's focusing on work, but that's what she's in this area here. And she knows that these are here, but that's just not in her yet. She's not diving into that yet. When you've made it up to the King, the Father of Pentacles, he's got the work down. He's in here, but the colors and the emotions are a part of him. They're on his antlers. They're not his main focus, but he realizes and accepts and knows that he has to keep them balanced. So it's kind of good. It's nice to see that progression in this. And working with people that we would normally think that we don't have much in common with is always good for us to do. It is always good for us to listen to someone who's got different viewpoints and to try to work with them and try to figure out, to realize what our common goals are and try to work with that. If we would do that more often, we'd have a lot less conflict in life, I think. Because more often than not, we do have common goals with our neighbors, and we do have common goals with that person that we think we don't. And when we can find the common goal and figure out how to work together for that, we'll realize how much more we have in common than we realized before, than we knew. Hello, welcome in. Let's get a Moonology. Let's see what Moonology has for us. See what Moonology messages there are. Oh, sure. Let's be just as particular. Thank you. Ooh, I like this. You are very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous Moon. keep on working. And a lot of times when you feel like it's too far, you've put in all of this work, but it's still too out of reach, that's when it's right there, and you just have to keep pushing harder. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hope I'm gonna take that, because I would like to see my goal get good. I am hoping to get this page up more. I want to be able to afford to spend more time doing this, which the only way to do that is if I can keep pushing, getting it, and get it where it can bring in some money for me as well. Otherwise, I have to go back to getting another job, which is fine if that's what I have to do, if that's what the universe brings to me. But I really love being able to do tarot for all of you guys and working on all the cards. I love working with them, and I would like to be able to do more of that. And so I'm hoping. Hello and welcome in, everyone. Is there... Let's see. Another deck. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do another deck or if I should take a break and finish cleaning my coffee pot now that it's sat for a while. And then I can have more coffee. Well, thank you, Melissa. I will love that. Would be awesome. I will definitely be keeping the page. And for as long as I can, I'm going to be doing the lives almost daily and then doing all of this. I am pushing forward because I really feel like this is the direction that I need to be going right now. And I love getting to interact with you guys and helping everyone. So thank you. Hey, I think we're all going through a rough patch. It really is the times right now on a lot of levels. But I think it's just like that card said, it's just right around the corner. I really think that we aren't realizing it, but our goals are in reach. We're going to get to them. We just have to keep working for it. Knight of Fire, confident, passionate, adventurous. Ooh, it's also the Knight of Wands. Six of Earth, charity, generosity, windfall. I love that because a lot of times that means things coming in. Things coming in, and so much so that you're able to be generous as well. Like you're going to come into, sometimes it is like it says a windfall or generosity, somebody gifting you stuff, but it can also just be that you've put in all this work and it's finally paying off. You finally hit that, you got that one thing done and it paid off big. All of you're reaping the awards, the rewards of what you do. You're being recognized for it. It's kind of like that project that you do for work and you end up making more off of it than you expected. Like you put all that time and effort into that project and it really paid off for you. That one's beautiful. And a lot of times it's also so much so that you're able to help others as well. You're able to pay into other people, donate charity. And charity isn't always money. Sometimes it's just giving your time and energy into things. And a lot of times when we give our time and energy without expecting returns, we get returns. I love that as well. Two of Air, indecision, avoidance, and confusion. So that is needing to pick a path and just go. We're holding ourselves back. We're tying our hands. We're feeling blindfolded. We're not being decisive. We need to just pick a path and just go. And in this one, it doesn't have the blindfold in this deck. Instead, it's a person standing at a fork in a road. Each sword is representative of a path, and they're just stuck there. I like that because a lot of times that's what the Two of Swords feels like. It's like this. And the blindfold is because you don't know. Like if you see, he doesn't know exactly where this path over here is going into this set of trees this way. This path goes into that set of trees. Doesn't know for sure what the destination on either one is, and that's why. And that's what the blindfold is. It's just that you don't know for sure. But that's kind of a part of life. We never know for sure. There is no guarantee where the path is going to take us. And what we often forget is if we get down this and we realize, oh man, this isn't working, we can always make a different path going in another direction. We can always go, and sometimes we can even go, oh, hey, I'm going to go this way and get back over and try this because that was not what I wanted. So just take the steps and go, because you can make your own way. If it totally seems to be not working out for you, you can always make a new path. Aw, thank you, Melissa. I wasn't looking at the comments. Yes, I'm glad. Thank you very, very much for saying that. My fingers are blue. My daughter painted my nails for me last night. Really, oh, thank you. I'm very, very glad that I help. I'm glad that I can. That's why I started doing this, because I like being able, and I have a larger reach with this. And I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do, is help people. And this gives me a larger reach. So thank you very, very much for being here. I'm really glad that I get to. I think I am going to be getting off. I've been here live for about an hour. I'll probably get back on in a little bit because I realize it's only 10 my time. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this. I definitely will. For right now, it's a main project, not a side. And if that changes, I will let people know if it becomes a side, but I will still be doing readings for sure. For sure, for sure. I haven't been doing as many videos. I've been doing more lives, which I'm going to try to do some videos. I try to do the shorts regularly, and I'm going to try to do some videos also, some longer videos here in a little bit. But I'm going to get off and finish cleaning my coffee pot so I can have some more caffeine, because I have a caffeine problem and only 1 cup is not enough. But I will be back. It's really not that late right now, so I'll probably be back on again in a little while. Thank you for coming. I'm really glad I got to see you. Thank you, guys. If you would like a reading, my community board has information on it. And comment and message me on things. And I would be very happy to help. And I will let you guys know when I'm live again. Thank you.